morning everyone. In this video we are going to discuss very important topic, time and work. So what we'll be doing is we'll be solving all the questions from previous papers so that you'll be getting a clear idea how to solve the questions with respect to previous papers. So we'll be coming across simple and short tricks which will help you to crack the questions from time and work as simple as that. So just trust me and watch our videos completely so that you'll be getting a clear idea how to solve questions from time and work. And if you are new to our channel and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so that you'll be getting the notification once the video is uploaded. And I need all you guys to share our videos with maximum number of persons. This is the only request I have for you. Why? Because I need support from you guys. So try to share our videos with maximum number of persons and I will be coming across best and unique techniques which will help you to crack the examinations as early as possible. Let us look at the next pattern of questions. That is you'll be coming across questions based on or, and in examinations. Yes or no? I will be saying you a wonderful and simple short trick techniques to solve these particular questions. Just concentrate and here listen carefully. Simple short trick techniques. You can just mark the answers in just 2 seconds of time. You will not do any calculations whenever you have questions in this way. The question is saying you in this way. If 3 men or 4 women can do a piece of work in 43 days, how long will 7 men and 5 women take to do the same work? So it is saying 3 men or 4 women. 3 men or 4 women can complete work in 43 days. If it is 3 men working, they can complete in 43 days it seems. Or if 4 women also going to work, 4 women also can complete the work in 43 days it seems. And the question is saying if 7 men and 5 women are going to work together, if 7 men and 5 women are going to work together, then they will take how many days of time? Okay. Now these questions generally whenever many of the guys trying to do, they take some time. But I will be saying you simple short trick technique whenever you have questions in this way. That is or followed by and. Or followed by and. I will be saying you a wonderful technique where you can mark answer in just 2 seconds. Okay. Now whenever you have or, if you observe here, the number of days will be same. Why? Because 3 men or 4 women means any of these guys can do the work in 43 days. And they will ask us 7 men and 5 women can complete work in how many days? Then answer for this question. Answer for this question is just a fraction of second. Observe here carefully. I will be showing you a direct answer here. Number of days to complete the work is nothing but simply what you will do is multiply the numbers whatever you have in the question. Multiply the numbers whatever you have in the question. In the question you have 3 into 4 into 43. Okay, simple calculation. Take numbers whatever you have in the question. 3 into 4 into 43. You are supposed to write 43 only for one time. 3 into 4 into 43. This is your numerator. Denominator what you will do is multiply the value of men with women. Multiply the value of men with women. 3 into 5. 3 into 5 is nothing but 15. Plus multiply the value of women with men. Multiply the value of men with men. 4 into 7, that is nothing but 28. Now when you simplify this one, this will be your answer itself. You can go with any technique. I can directly say that answer for this question is going to be 12 days of time. As simple as that. Just follow this technique. If necessary, you can simplify. If you are going to simplify, this will be 3 into 4 into 43 divided by 15 plus 28, it is going to be 43. 43 gets cancelled. 43 gets cancelled and we can say that number of days required will be 12 days of time. Whatever the procedure you want, you can do the procedure. Whenever you do the same procedure, finally you will be coming across with the 12 days of time. Simple short trick technique. Just follow whatever I said. Multiply the numbers whatever you have in the question in your numerator divided by denominator. Men multiplied with women, women multiplied with men. When you do this, automatically you come to know what would be answer for this one. Now you may have a doubt. What happen if it is 3%? Yes, you need not worry about that. If it is 3% also, I will be showing you a wonderful technique in the similar way. Okay. Now if you observe here, instead of if you are not going to do in this way and if you are going to do a procedure, how the procedure do procedure one will be either you will be taking LCM and you will be doing it. That is one way. Or another way is equaling work. That is work done by men, work done by women, equaling and doing in that way. Now if you observe here, what actually many of the guys do is 3 men can complete work in 43 days. If 3 men can complete work in 43 days means one man can complete it in 3 into 43 days. Yes or no? Why? Because if 3 men are going to take
3 men are going to work, they will take 43 days it seems. Then 1 man should take 3 into 43 days. Similarly, 4 women can complete work in 43 days. Then 1 woman is going to take 4 into 43 days. Yes or no? Which means men is going to take 3 into 43 days, woman is going to take 4 into 43 days. Once if you know number of days, you can say efficiency. Why? Because number of days and efficiency are reciprocal to each other. Yes or no? If men is going to take 3 into 43 days, men efficiency will be 1 by 3 into 43. Woman is going to take 4 into 43 days, woman efficiency will be 1 by 4 into 43. Now, based on efficiency, if you are going to calculate, now work should be done by 7 men and 5 women. Work should be done by 7 men and 5 women. Then what happened? This is going to be 7 into men efficiency. Men efficiency is nothing but 1 by 3 into 43. Similarly, plus 5 into women efficiency. Women efficiency is nothing but 1 by 4 into 43. Yes or no? Now, if you solve this one, LCM will be 3 into 4 into 43. Yes or no? Yes. Now, if we take LCM as 3 into 4 into 43, now this will be 7 into 4 plus this will be 5 into 3. Now, when you calculate this, 7 4s are 28, 5 3s are 15, 28 plus 15, 43, divide by 3 into 4 into 43. 43 gets cancelled. Efficiency is going to be 1 by 12. That is 7 men, 5 women, efficiency is 1 by 12. If efficiency is 1 by 12, number of days is going to be reciprocal. That is nothing but 12 days of time. Which means if you are going to follow this procedure, it consumes us lot of time. Then just to follow the simple short trick technique. If you follow the simple short trick technique, then you can solve this particular model of questions in just 2 seconds of time. Technique is like simple, multiply the numbers whatever you have in numerator, 3 into 4 into 43, that's it, it's done. Denominator, multiply men with women, multiply women with men. When you multiply and do that, then obviously you'll come to know what would be the final answer for this question. I will show you one more example so that you can really enjoy what is happening here. 5 men or 8 women can complete work in 12 days it seems. If it is 5 men or 8 women, any of them, they can complete work in 12 days. 5 men or 8 women, they will complete work in 12 days. Okay, and the question is saying like 2 men and 4 women can complete the same work in how many days? 2 men and 4 women. 2 men and 4 women can complete the work in how many days? This was your question. Directly follow the procedure. Directly say what is the answer. Directly number of days. Number of days how many? Okay, multiply the numbers whatever you have in the question. Numbers you have in the question 5 into 8 into 12. That is your numerator. Denominator, men multiplied with women, 5 4s are 20 plus women multiplied with men, 8 2s are 16. Now this will be 5 into 8 into 12 divided by 20 plus 16, this will be 36. Yes, 12 goes here. How many times? 12 goes here 3 times. 5 into 8, this will be 40. 40 by 3, that is nothing but 13 1 by 3 days, which means if they are going to work together, they will take 13 1 by 3 days. Simple technique, just follow this technique and you can get the answers in just fraction of seconds. So whenever you have questions like or and combination, just to follow this simple sweet short trick technique. Simple sweet short trick technique, which you can get answer in just 2 seconds without converting men, women and all. Without converting anything, you can get the answer. Let us look at one more question. It is saying you in this way. 3 men or 7 women can do work in 32 days. It is saying that 3 men or 7 women can complete work. In how many days it seems? They can complete work in 32 days, so it seems. 3 men or 7 women can complete work in 32 days. Then number of days required for 7 men and 5 women. 7 men and 5 women to do twice as large. Now it is like double the work. Okay, simple. Even it is like double or triple, whatever it will be, it's not a matter. Our concept is going to be simple. Directly calculate. Now days is nothing but multiply the numbers whatever you have in the question. This is 3 into 7 into 32. Okay, but the question is saying like double, so you need to double the work. Okay, as it is double, you need to double the work. Okay, this is the only difference. In the previous question it is like same work, but now it is double the work, so you need to double it. Okay, again the same procedure. Multiply men with women, 3 into 5, 3 into 5, that is 15 plus multiply women with men, 7 into 7, 7 into 7 is nothing but 49. Now if you are going to do this, this will be 2 into 3 into 7 into 32 divided by 49 plus 15, this is nothing but 64. 32 goes in 64. How many times? 2 times. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. 3 7 times 21, which means answer for this question will be directly 21 days. Simple technique, just follow whatever we have said. Once if you follow this technique, questions related to or and combination, you can mark them easily. Whenever you have questions based on or, here the number of days will be same. Or and questions, you can mark these answers directly without using pen and paper as well. Directly simple questions, directly simple. Now I will show you the same technique with respect to 3% as well. Why? Because you may have a doubt. What happens if it is 3%? Yes, I will show you. You need not worry about that. And I need all you guys to do only one thing. I will be showing you all the different techniques that are going to come. But the only thing I need is like, I need you to share our channel with maximum number of persons. Try to share our channel with maximum. Once if you share with maximum number of persons, even I will be coming across with more and more innovative thoughts. Okay. Let us look at if it is 3%. It is saying you in this way. Even this was asked in CGL examination. 1 man or 2 women or 3 boys. It is 1 man or 2 women or 3 boys. Even here the question is like or. 1 man or 2 women or 3 boys. Whenever it is or, the number of days will be same. It is saying that 1 man working or 2 men working or 3 boys working, they will do work in how many days? It seems 44 days. If any of them work, they will do work in 44 days. Now your question is to say, if 1 man, 1 woman, 1 boy are going to work together, then how many days they will take? Okay, simple one. 1 man or 2 women or 3 boys can complete work in 44 days. If 1 man, 1 woman, 1 boy are employed, then how many days they will take? Okay, simple. Follow the same short trick technique. I am going to say number of days. Number of days are how many? Okay, simple. How to do if it is 3%? Same. Multiply the numbers whatever you have in the question. Multiply the numbers whatever you have in the question. 1 into, 2 into, 3 into 44 completed. Your numerator is completed. 1 into, 2 into, 3 into 44. Numerator completed. Denominator is like simple. What to do denominator? Denominator what you will do is like multiply 1 into 2. What is 1 into 2? 1 into 2 is 2 plus multiply 2 into 3. 2 into 3 is what? 2 into 3 is 6 plus multiply 3 into 1. 3 into 1 is what? 3. Okay, simple. That's it. Your calculation is done and you can get the answer directly. Okay, observe here once carefully. I am showing you one more time. Numerator is nothing but numbers whatever you have in the question. 1 into, 2 into, 3 into 44. 1 into, 2 into, 3 into 44. Denominator, what you will do is like first multiply 1 and 2. That is like first number, second number. 1 into 2 is 2. So 2. 2 into 3 is like 6 plus 6. 3 into 1 is like 3. So 2 plus 6 plus 3. Now this is going to be 1 into, 2 into, 3 into 44 divided by 2 plus 6 plus 3, it is nothing but 11. 11 goes in 44 4 times. So 4 3 times 12, 12 2 times 24, which is nothing but number of days required is nothing but 24 days of time. Which means whatever, whether it is like 2% or 3%, whatever it may be, with respect to 2 values or with respect to 3 values, the technique is like simple. Just to follow whatever we have said so that you can get this type of answers in just a fraction of 2 seconds. If let us say if the question is saying like double the work, already double the work we have done in previous examples. If it is like double the work, you will just do it double. Once if you do the double, automatically the answer is going to change based upon that. Okay, so whenever you have questions based upon or and combinations, follow this simple short trick technique where you can get the answers in just 2 seconds of time. Okay, now you may have a doubt, what happens if it is like and? Yes, I will come across that as well. Okay, what happens if it is and what you are supposed to do? I will come across everything. You do not worry about that. I will show you all the techniques. Just what you need to do is like practice lot. Once if you practice them a lot, then solving these questions will become really simple. But only you need to do is like know the best techniques, learn the concept and then practice. Once if you practice it, then solving these questions in examination will become really simple. Okay, so let us look at the next one. So next question it's saying you in this way. What it is saying is like 10 men can complete work in 7 days. 10 women can do it in 14 days. If 5 men and 10 women are employed, then how many days they are going to take the work? Okay, Now if you look here, this question can be answered directly without using pen and paper. Why? Because this is like a simple common sense question. Why? Because if you observe here, it is saying you in this way, 10 men or 10 women, 10 men or 10 women. How many days it seems? 10 men can complete it in 7 days, 10 women can complete it in 14 days. If the question is like 5 men and 10 women, 5 men and 10 women, then the work is going to be completed in how many days? Now this question can be answered in just a fraction of second, just a fraction of second. You need not use your pen and paper as well. Why? Because if you use your common sense, 10 men can complete work in how many days it seems? 10 men will complete work in 7 days. If 10 men can complete work in 7 days, 5 men should take double the days. Why? Because days is going to be double when number of persons are going to become half. Why? Because 10 men, now it is written as 5 men, which means number of persons are half. If number of persons are half means days should be double. Days should be double means 7 double will be 14 days, which means if 10 men can complete it in 7 days, 5 men will take 14 days of time. Similarly, in the question it is clearly said that 10 women also will take 14 days. 10 women also will take 14 days, which means 5 men will take 14 days, 10 women also will take 14 days, both of them working means in half of the days it should completed, which means half of 14 is nothing but 7 days, which means I can directly say that answer is going to be 7 days for this question. Yes or no? Why? Because if 5 men are going to work, they will take 14 days it seems. If 10 women are going to work, even they will take 14 days it seems. If both of them are going to work means they don't require 14 days, as both of them working individually 14 and 14. But if both of them are going to work, as their efficiencies are same, they will take half of the days. Half of the days means half of 14. Half of 14 they will take 7 days of time. Yes or no? Now, if you observe here, if you are going to do a procedure for this one, it will be in this way. If 10 men can take 7 days, then one man is going to take how many days? One man is going to take 7 into 10, that is nothing but 70 days. Yes or no? Similarly, 10 women taking 14 days, one woman is going to take 14 into 10, that is nothing but 140 days. Yes or no? Now, once if you know the number of days, you can take efficiency and you can calculate. Efficiency, I told you, if you are going to calculate, this will be 5 into men efficiency. Men efficiency is nothing but 1 by 70 plus 10 into women efficiency. Women efficiency is nothing but 1 by 140. Why? Because number of days and efficiency are reciprocal to each other. If woman is going to take 140 days, women efficiency will be 1 by 140. Now look here, LCM is going to be 140. If LCM is 140, this will be 5 into 2 plus this will be 10. Now this is going to be how much? 10 plus 10, 20 by 140, which is nothing but 1 by 7. If efficiency is 1 by 7, number of days is going to be 7 days. Yes or no? Either you can do in this way or you can go with the concept of LCM as well. So now if you take the LCM, 70 and 140, LCM is nothing but 140, which means this fellow will do how many units? This fellow will do 2 units per day. This fellow will do how many units? This fellow will do 1 unit per day, which means men will do 2 units per day and women will do 1 unit per day. Yes or no? Now what the question is saying? Question is saying that 5 men and 10 women are going to work together. If men is going to do 2 units per day, 5 men will do 5 into 2, 10 units. Similarly, women is going to do 1 unit per day, so 10 women, 10 into 1, 10 units, which means 10 plus 10, total 20 units. So to do total 140 units, 5 men and 10 women can do 20 units per day. So number of days required for them will be 7 days of time. Yes or no? So either you can solve them in this way or either you can solve them in this way, or simply if you use the common sense, you can directly say that answer for this question will be 7 days. It's up to you how you are going to solve this question. Okay, let us look at one more question. 12 men can complete work in 6 days. 8 women can do it in 12 days. If 6 men and 8 women are employed together, in how many days the work will be completed? Even this question can be answered in just a fraction of a second without using your pen and paper. Why? Because 12 men can complete work. 12 men can complete work in 6 days. Similarly, 8 women can complete work in how many days? 12 days it seems. Your question is saying like, if 6 men and 8 women are employed, then how many days they are going to take? Okay, look, 12 men will take 6 days it seems. Now here it is like 6 men, which means number of persons are half. If number of persons are half, days should be double. If 12 men take 6 days, then 6 men will take double the days. Double the days is like 12 days. Similarly, 8 women is going to take 12 days. 8 women is going to take 12 days. If 6 men work, they will take 12 days time. If 8 women work, they will take 12 days time. If both of them are working together, they will be taking half of the days. Half of the days. So half of 12, which means they can complete the work in 6 days of time. Okay, these are like simple common sense questions. Even these questions are asked in previous examinations. Once if your concept is clear, then these questions can be answered very easily. Let us look at the next question. If 6 men and 8 boys can do a piece of work in 10 days and 26 men and 48 boys can do the same work in 2 days, then the time taken by 15 men and 20 boys to do the same work is. Okay, so even these questions comes in examination. Even while these questions are going to be done, many of the guys feel difficult over here. I will be saying you a simple technique so that you can get this answer much faster. Okay, so observe here carefully. It is saying that 6 men and 8 boys, 6 men, 8 boys can complete it in how many days? It seems 10 days of time. The same work, 26 men, same work, 26 men, 48 boys, they can complete it in 2 days of time. And your question is asking us to find if 15 men and 20 boys are doing together, 15 men and 20 boys are going to do together, then how many days they are going to do it. Okay, now if you look here, actually this question, many of the guys what they do is like they will make work same. When they make work same, then they will do calculation and they will find what is the relation between men and women. But actually when you are going to do in this way, it consumes a lot of time. So what you will be doing is like, I will be showing you a simple technique where you can get it much faster. Okay, simple. What I will do is like, I will try to convert what is going to happen in terms of 1 day. In terms of 1 day, what is going to happen? If you look here, 6 men, 8 boys, it is 10 days it seems. If the same work should be completed in 1 day means, if the same work should be completed 1 day means, how many men, how many boys are required? If it is 10 days, 6 men required, 8 boys are required. If it is 1 day means, number of men will be 6 into 10, 60 men are required. Similarly, boys will be 10 into 8, 80 boys are required. Okay, simple. If it is 10 days, 6 men, 8 boys. If it is 1 day, 10 into 6, 60 men, 10 into 8, 80 boys are required. Similarly, for this one as well, if it is 2 days, 26 men, 48 boys required. If it is 1 day, 2 into 26, that is 52 men, and 2 into 48, 96 boys are required. From this we can directly say what would be the days ratio. Once if you know days ratio, then automatically you can say efficiency ratio as well. Why? Because number of days and efficiency are reciprocal to each other. Okay, now 60, 52, difference is nothing but 8. 80, 96, difference is nothing but 16. Now 8 goes here 1 time, 8 goes here 2 times. Days ratio 1:2. If days ratio is 1:2, efficiency ratio is nothing but 2:1, which means men can do 2 units per day, boy can do 1 unit per day. Once if you know efficiency, you can directly place in this equation or in this equation. Let us say if you place in this equation, men can do 2 units per day. So men is going to work for how many men? 6 men. So 2 into 6, that is nothing but 12 plus boy can do 1 unit per day. How many boys? 8 boys. 8 into 1, this will be 8. So total work is nothing but 12 plus 8, 20 into how many days? For 10 days. Which means 6 men, 8 boys can do 20 units per day. They worked for how many days means? They worked for 10 days. So total work is going to be 20 into 10. This will be total work. Now this work should be done by whom? This work should be done by 15 men and 20 boys. According to the question, men can do 2 units per day. 15 into 2, that is nothing but 30. Yes or no? Plus boy can do 1 unit per day. 20 into 1, this is going to be 20. Now if you simplify this one, this will be 20 into 10 divided by 20 plus 30, that is going to be 50. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 5 goes here how many times? 4 times. Which means number of days required for them will be 4 days of time. Okay, so simple. What you will do is like, instead of equaling the work, simply what you will do is like, convert this into 1 day. Once if you convert them into 1 day, you will come to know what is men to boys days ratio. Once if you know days ratio, automatically efficiency ratio is nothing but inverse of days. Once if you know efficiency, place them in any of the equation. If you place them in any of the equation, you will come to know what is total work. Once if you know total work, now this work should be done by these people. So obviously you can say what would be answer for this question. If you do normal procedure, what happen? If you do normal procedure, the procedure will be in this way. 6 men, 8 boys, 10 days means this will be 6 men plus 8 boys. How many days means 10 days of time. Similarly, if it is here 26 men plus 48 boys, how many days means 2 days of time. Now 2 cancels here 5 times, and when you simplify this one, 6 5 times 30 men plus 8 5 times 40 boys, and if you go on simplifying, it consumes us lot of time. So what you will do is like, rather than simplifying this and all, what you will simply do is like convert to 1 day work. Once if you do convert 1 day work, you will come to know days ratio. Once if you know days ratio, you can directly get efficiency ratio. Once you get efficiency, place in any of the equation and you will be getting work. Once if you know work, these questions can be answered in just a fraction of seconds. Is that clear with everyone? Let us look at the next question. 1 man, 3 women and 4 boys can do a piece of work in 96 hours. 2 men, 8 boys can do it in 80 hours. 2 men and 3 women can do it in 120 hours. If 5 men and 12 boys can do it in how many hours? This was your question. Now this is like a really tricky question. If necessary, you can check it. Okay, really tricky question. It is simple and tricky as well. So observe carefully so that you will be getting a clear idea on this one. Very wonderful question. It is said that 1 man and 3 women and 4 boys. 1 man, 3 women, 4 boys. They can complete work. They can complete work how many days it seems? They can complete work in 96 hours. So 96 hours. Similarly, 2 men, 8 boys can do it in 80 hours. 2 men and 8 boys. 2 men, 8 boys can do it in 80 hours. Similarly, 2 men, 3 women. 2 men, 3 women. 2 men, 3 women can complete it in 120 hours. Now your question is to say, if 5 men and 12 boys, 5 men and 12 boys are working together, then they take how many days? Okay, simple and tricky question. Observe here carefully. 96, 80, 120 LCM. 96, 80, 120 LCM will be 480. So total work is like 480 apples. So total work is to consume 480 apples. Now if you look here, this fellow 120 days. So how many apples per day? This fellow will be 4 apples per day. This fellow 80 days. How many apples per day? This fellow will be 6 apples per day. 96. How many times here? This will be 5 times. Which means these are like 5 apples per day. This is like 6 apples per day, and this is like 4 apples per day. Now if you need to know 5 men and 12 boys are going to take how many days to eat 480 apples, means first you need to know what is men efficiency and you need to know what is boys efficiency. Once if you know men efficiency and once if you know boys efficiency, then calculating this question will be like really simple. Then how to get men efficiency and boys efficiency from the given information? Observe carefully, it's tricky and easy as well. Clearly observe here. Now if you observe here, it is like 1 man, 3 women, 4 boys in this equation. In this equation, 2 men, 8 boys in this equation, 2 men, 3 women in this equation. So now what you will be doing is like do half of this, do half of this. 2 men, 8 boys, half. 2 men, 8 boys, half. Half is nothing but 1 man and 4 boys. Yes or no? Now if you look here, 2 men, 8 boys, they can eat 6 apples per day. 2 men, 8 boys can eat 6 apples per day. Then if it is like 1 man, 4 boys means as it is half, the number of apples they are going to consume will be half, which means half of 6 is nothing but 3 apples, which means they will consume 3 apples per day. Who? 1 man, 4 boy will consume 3 apples per day. Now if you look here, the same 1 man, 4 boy combination already you have here. 1 man, 4 boy combination. Yes or no? As you have 1 man, 4 boy combination. Now if you look here, in this question 1 man, 4 boys, 3 women can eat 5 apples. Out of these 5 apples, already 1 man and 4 boy will eat 3 apples. Yes or no? Which means out of these 5 apples, 3 apples will be eaten by 1 man and 4 boys. Then remaining apples are like 2 apples. Now these 2 apples who is going to eat? Now these 2 apples is going to be eaten by 3 boys. So 3 women. So 3 women is going to eat 2 apples. Yes or no? 3 women will eat 2 apples. Now if you observe here, in this equation you have 3 women. and you know that 3 women will eat 2 apples. If 3 women is going to eat 2 apples, out of 4 apples, 2 apples is going to be consumed by 3 women. Then remaining apples are nothing but 2 apples. Now these 2 apples will be consumed by whom? These 2 apples will be consumed by remaining 2 men, which means 2 men can consume 2 apples. 2 men can consume 2 apples. If 2 men can consume 2 apples, men will consume 1 apple, which means men efficiency is nothing but 1. Men efficiency is nothing but 1 apple. If men efficiency is like 1 apple per 1 hour, now you need to know, if you look at boys efficiency also required. Now if you look at this equation, 2 men 8 boys, they will eat 6 apples per hour. If 2 men 8 boys 6 apples means, already you know that 2 men is going to eat 2 apples. If 2 men is going to eat 2 apples means, out of 6 apples, 2 apples will be consumed by 2 men. Then remaining are like 4 apples. Now this 4 apples is consumed by whom? This 4 apples is consumed by remaining 8 boys, which means 8 boys can consume how many apples means 4 apples. 4 apples in 1 hour, which means 1 boy is going to consume half apple per hour, which means boys efficiency is half, men efficiency is like 1. Now once if you know men efficiency and boys efficiency, your question is to find 5 men and 12 boys working together how many days. Men efficiency is like 1, so it will be 5 into 1 plus 12 into boys efficiency is like half, so this will be 12 into half. Half of 12 will be 6. 5 into 1 will be 5. 5 plus 6, this will be 11, which means 5 men 12 boys efficiency will be 11 units per hour. If it is 11 units per hour, to eat 480 apples, how many hours means 1140 times it will be 440, you're left with 40 more. 11 3 times it will be 33, you're left with 7 more, which means they require 43 7 by 11 hours to complete the total work. Okay, which means this question is like really simple and tricky as well. Why? Because here the information is not given directly, the information is here itself, but you need to know move there and here itself. So once if you are going to understand the question clearly, and then if you are going to solve, then this question can be solved easily. Okay, let us look at next example. 7 Indians and 4 Americans finish a job in 6 days. 7 Africans and 3 Americans can finish the same job in 8 days. The efficiency of each person of a particular nation is same but different from other. 1 Indian, 1 American and 1 African will complete the work in how many days? So it is saying that there are 7 Indians, 4 Americans, they will take 6 days it seems. 7 Africans, 3 Americans, they will take 8 days it seems. And efficiency of each person from particular nation is same. So all Indians will have same efficiency, all Americans will have same efficiency, all Africans also will have same efficiency. But the question is saying like, but different nations will have different efficiencies. That is like Indian efficiency is like different, American efficiency is like different. Okay, now they are saying like, if 1 Indian, 1 American, 1 African are going to be employed, then how many days they are going to take? Okay, so let us look at this question. So it is said that 7 Indians, so 7 Indians and how many? 4 Americans. So 7 Indians and 4 Americans, they can complete work. They can complete work in how many days means 6 days of time. Similarly, 7 Africans, so 7 Africans and how many Indians? Sorry, 3 Americans, 3 Americans can complete work. Can complete work in how many days? It seems 8 days. Now your question is like, if 1 Indian, 1 American and 1 African are going to be employed. 1 Indian, 1 American, 1 African are going to be employed, then how many days they are going to take? Now if you observe here, if you add this whole equation, you have 7 Indians, 7 Africans, 4 plus 3, 7 Americans as well. Yes or no? Which means if you add this whole equation, this will be 7 times of Indians, 7 times of Americans, 7 times of Africans. Okay. Now the question is not asking about 7 times. The question is asking about 1 time, which means if 1 Indian and 1 American and 1 African are going to work together, then how many days it is going to take? If you are adding all this, it is like 7 Indians, 7 Americans, 7 Africans. But your question is 1 Indian, 1 American, 1 African, how many days? Simple. Go 6 and 8 LCM. 6 and 8 LCM is nothing but 48. This fellow will do how many units per day? This fellow is going to do 8 units per day. This fellow will do how many units per day? This fellow will do 6 units per day. Both of them combined together means how many units per day? Both of them combined together, they will do 14 units per day, or they will consume 14 apples per day. If they are going to consume 14 apples per day means who is consuming that 14 apples? That 14 apples is consumed by 7 Indians, 7 Americans, 7 Africans. Yes or no? If it is like 7 persons, it is going to be 14 apples, that is like 7 Indians, 7 Americans, 7 Africans. But the question is like 1 Indian, 1 American, 1 African. So 7 means 14. Then 1 means it will be just 2 apples per day. Yes or no? If it is like 1 Indian, 1 American, 1 African, it will be 2 apples per day. If it is like 2 apples per day, total work is like 48 apples. To consume these 48 apples, they require 24 days of time. Okay. So answer for this question will be 24 days of time. Why? Because your question is like 1 Indian, 1 American, 1 African. If it is 7 Indians, 7 Americans, 7 African, this will be 14 apples. When it is 7 Indians, 7 Americans, 7 African. But the question is like 1 Indian, 1 American, 1 African. Now it will be 2 apples per day. If they are going to eat 2 apples per day, to eat total 48 apples. 48 apples, they require 24 days of time. Okay. So just when you are going to read the question clearly, whatever the question format it may be, you can understand them clearly and you can mark those answers easily. Is that clear with everyone?
And if you are new to our channel and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so that you'll be getting the notification once the video is uploaded. And I need all you guys to share our videos with maximum number of persons. This is the only request I have for you. Why? Because I need support from you guys. So try to share our videos with maximum number of persons, and I will be coming across best and unique techniques which will help you to crack the examinations as early as possible.